Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to class. As you can see on the screen, today we'll be looking at overview of tax analytics. And by way of general overview, as we can also see from the screen, what is tax analytics? It involves the use of data analysis techniques to enhance tax compliance, optimize tax strategies, and support decision-making processes related to taxation. It is the use, that's put in another way, tax analytics is the use of data analysis techniques to understand and improve tax-related activities. It involves the application of analytics tools and methodologies to tax data in order to gain insights, make informed decisions, and optimize tax-related processes. When you look at this explanation I've just given by way of the meaning of tax analytics, you will realize that there are some key items that must be present when you talk of tax analytics. We have talked about the use of analytics tools is there. We also talk of methodologies. You have to have what method are you using? And it has to enable you gain insight for purpose of informed decisions. And the last one is optimize tax-related processes. That is tax analytics. The next subheading from our screen is areas of application of tax analytics. The very first one is compliance and reporting. And by compliance and reporting here, we are saying tax analytics helps in identifying potential errors and inconsistencies in tax filings. It also helps to reduce the risk of audits and penalties. It can streamline the process of tax reporting by automating data collection and analysis. And from the diagram on the screen, when we talk of areas of application of tax analytics here, and we say compliance and reporting, you can see with tax analytics, of course, you comply with all regulatory requirements and enable you to have the best practices put in place. And as a result of that, of course, there will be timely reporting. You report as and when due, documenting reporting processes, conducting unbiased investigations, maintaining confidentiality, frequent updates. Tax analytical tools will help you achieve this. The second areas of application of tax analytics is risk management. And by risk management, we are saying by analyzing trends and patterns in tax data, organizations can identify areas of potential risk and take proactive measures to mitigate them. This is especially important in the context of constantly changing tax regulations. Today, we have this tax regulation here. Tomorrow, another one. You change as the time changes. That's the next thing. And in tax risk management, also we have, just like we have for compliance reporting best practices, we have that one also for tax risk management. The best practices will bring about proactive tax planning, transparent communication with tax authorities, collaboration with tax professionals, keeping up to date with tax law changes. When you go IT, when you go digital, and when you apply the relevant tools in tax analysis, within a twinkle of an eye, you can achieve all this. Another area of application of tax analytics is strategic planning. Ladies and gentlemen, he who fail to plan, they say is planning to fail. But in strategic planning, we are not even talking just plan. We are talking long-term planning, Where are we coming from? Where are we? Where do we desire to be? And how do we arrive at our desired destination? What has been our taxes in the time past? What is the tax we are paying currently? And what tax do we have in mind? Particularly when we are talking of merger. You want to merge with another organization, or you want to take investment decision. How do we plan this strategy in such a way that we minimize tax? And as we can see from the screen, tax planning objectives. That's strategic planning now. We have the reduction of tax liability, there, economic stability, minimization of litigation, healthy growth of economy, productive investment. That's part of what we see in strategic planning as an area of application of tax analytics. In tax analytics, that's addressing it now to strategic planning. It can inform strategic decision by providing insight into the tax implication of different business strategies. This can include investment decision, mergers, acquisition, and international expansion. The next one we have is tax optimization, areas of application of tax analytics. Here in tax optimization strategies, what do we achieve when we perform or we carry out analysis of our tax data or data related to tax? One, we take advantage of tax credits and deductions, maximize depreciation deductions, optimize business structure, utilize retirement plans, manage inventory and expenses. And of course, with tax optimization strategies in place, you will not forget to tax plan. Then work with an experienced tax professional. That's as extracted CPA. You can see that. The next area of application of tax analytics, predictive analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, if you remember, when we took managerial analytics, I said there are 4 components of managerial analytics. We have the descriptive analytics, we have the diagnostic analytics, we have the predictive analytics, then we have the prescriptive analytics. So the same thing, when you come to tax analytics, with the relevant data in place and the relevant analysis carried out, you as an organization or as an individual who want to pay tax, we have a clue of tax to be paid and you'll be able to plan ahead. Just as we are seeing on the screen here, predictive analysis required IRS information. You have the table information, income, minimum, income, maximum, flat tax, additional tax rate, then amount over. Can you see that? Because you already have a clue of the tax rate, you have the data of the income you have made, you have also the percentage to be applied. So it will give you an idea of what to pay so that when it is time to now pay, it won't be a problem. You plan on how to meet up with the payment. So in predictive analytics, what we are saying is that advanced analytics can be used for predictive modeling, helping organizations forecast future tax liabilities and plan accordingly. This is particularly useful for budgeting and financial planning. The next area of application of tax analytics, as we are seeing on the screen, is regulatory compliance. When you have your relevant financial data and you have extracted the one relevant for purpose of taxation, it will help you to comply with whatever policies, whatever requirement, whatever regulations, whatever law, and whatever standard, and whatever rules that has been put in place by IRS, if it is in the United States, or Federal Inland Revenue Service, if it's my country, Nigeria. And all this will bring about transparency. So you won't have any need to be running helter and skelter when the tax authority beam their light into your book to see whether you are window dressing or not. The next area of application of tax analysis is fraud detection. And from this diagram on the screen, check. Or it's a tax fraud in self-assessment. That is, there is probability of fraud being perpetrated when individual assess himself. Because we are human beings, we are limited. Some people will even give you excuse. It is blood and water that is flowing inside our body, inside our veins. And the nature of human being, greed is one area. Even people who have money that they don't know what to do with it, they still want more of this money. But when you now marry this self-assessment that is having the probability of being fraudulent, you apply IT-based tax audit to it. Of course, you'll be able to find out the possibility of fraud involved. Somebody, you ask me now, I should go and assess myself. That I should decide what is my income, particularly where there is no proper data that is being maintained, or where I earn not all the income I'm making that is being documented. There is tendency for me to come and keep some of my income. I will not disclose them. It has happened to me. I travel out for a conference in one of these developed countries, and I was about buying a phone, an Android phone. And this guy in the store told me, if you are paying cash, you pay me, is it $700? But if you are paying using your card, it's $900. He doesn't want to disclose some of the income. So if you check here, still on the screen there, you see religious, ethical obligations, intention to commit tax fraud. What are the intention? What are those opportunities open to us that will make a taxpayer to have that tendency to commit fraud? See them here: cognitive factor, normative factor, internal control, where internal control is weak and porous. External control is also there. Then we have the fraud diamond factor. See them: opportunity, pressure, capability. Then enforcement of tax law, if it's weak, of course, there will be opportunity to perpetrate fraud. Tax audit experience, because people have done audit before, and from their experience, they've established that when you allow human being to access themselves, self-assessment system, there is every tendency that will be fraud. Social influences is their attitude. They are just some human being. Human wants are insatiable. Or there are some people also, no matter what they have, they are not just satisfied. So this is an IT-based tax fraud detection model. So when you put in the right IT in place to now check what the individual organization have done, they will be able to establish the possibility of fraud. The next one is tax analytics tools. And by tax analytics tools, we are saying specialized software applications designed to help individuals, accountants, and organizations manage their tax-related data more effectively. These tools leverage data analysis, machine learning, and other advanced techniques to optimize tax planning, compliance, and reporting. See some of the tools here. And see on the screen here, the first one, we have the Intuit TurboTax. Intuit TurboTax provides guided tax preparation for individuals and small businesses. TurboTax uses an easy-to-follow interview process to gather information and automatically fill in tax forms. Can you see that? Automation is there. It also offers error checking and tax saving recommendation. That's the first one there. And you can see even from the screen there. Now, if you launch your browser, just copy or you type in into TurboTax. It will give you the diagram you are seeing there, and you can play user-friendly. And I said, of course, it's a popular saying, even in Freetown, there is no free meal. When you start using this, you can use it free for some days, but thereafter, you will be asked to be paying monthly subscription. Sometimes it can be annual subscription. The next tool is H&R Block Tax software. With this one, the function is similar to that of TurboTax. This tool assists in preparing tax returns for individuals and businesses. It includes features for data import, error checking, and tax advice, and it offers support for tax professionals. That is H&R. The next one, as you can see from the screen, is Avlara. Avlara focuses on automated sales tax compliance. It helps businesses calculate sales tax rates accurately, file tax returns, and comply with state and local tax regulations across multiple jurisdictions. Not only limited, when they say multiple jurisdiction here, means not only limited to the country where it was developed, not limited to the US, it is relevant as long as sales tax is concerned. And see it here on the screen to even give you the chart and the relevant breakdown, account alerts, and I say it's user friendly. Say here, hi, I'm support your account manager. So there is a support manager attached to it that you can ask questions. The next one, as we can see on the screen, Thomson Reuters OneSource. And from here, if you look at it, Thomson Reuters OneSource, what is peculiar about it? It is a comprehensive tax management software designed for large enterprises. Say the earlier one we say for small businesses, but this one take care of large enterprises. It includes modules for income tax compliance, tax planning, transfer pricing, indirect tax as VAT, and more. It also offers global tax determination and reporting capabilities. Even from the screen also, you can see that this OneSource, Thomson Reuters OneSource, is loaded, is multifaceted. See it, analytics, business insight, workflow, automation and modernization, compliance and reporting, data management, process management, business supply chain management, global research and planning, and so on. Now, see, to be more precise now, it also addresses property tax, direct tax, informational reporting, indirect tax, transfer pricing, finance, global trade management, then trust tax. Ladies and gentlemen, in our subsequent class or classes, we will look at practical demonstration or application of this particular one. It's multifaceted. Now, the next analytical tool is SAP Tax Compliance. Very, very robust. Very, very robust tax analytics tool. The SAP Tax Compliance integrates with SAP, Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP. You know, this one is cloud-based. It helps businesses ensure tax compliance and manage risk by automating tax processes and providing real-time analysis of financial data. Real-time online. As we are keying in the transaction online, the aspect of tax that is supposed to be paid is taken care of. You can see the diagram here. Say demo story flow, tax compliance on billing to cash with RIT and SAP document and reporting compliance. Can place an order, sales order creation, delivery processing, the invoice creation, e-document creation, SI list submission and acceptance, run statutory reporting, all encompassing, including bank. As a matter of fact, if you are using the SAP tax compliance for your tax purpose, and of course, you want also to access the data from your client, you use what is called API. That one will link this software with the database, whether from the bank or any other client, wherein you need relevant data for purpose of tax liability. The next tax analytics tool is the Walters, you see it on the screen, is the Walters Clear CCH Pro System Function Tax. This one primarily used by tax professionals in accounting firms. It offers a wide range of tax compliance tools, document management, and workflow automation, allowing for efficient management and workflow automation, and also preparation of tax returns and related documents. That is what this will do. The next one is Bloomberg Tax Technology. With Bloomberg Tax Technology, you can have comprehensive tax research solutions along with tools for tax planning and compliance. It's known for its detailed tax analysis, reporting tools, and integration with financial data. You can see that also. You type this, launch your browser, you type, it will take you straight to this, and you do your tax analysis accordingly. Another tax analytics tool is Vertex. See Vertex here. From the diagram here, you can see my enterprise tax setup, the tools, reporting, and the system. These are the features. You have your enterprise, you create your enterprise, you do your tax setup. Of course, you have the tools. Then the next thing is reporting. You apply that system. And here also, you can see taxability mapping, tax rule, tax assist, flexible fees. When we come to the practical session, we see how each of these is being applied. Another tax analytics tool is TaxJar. TaxJar. TaxJar is the provision for dashboard, orders, products, customers, reports, promotions, design, and setup. But specifically, when we come to the TaxJar, we are saying it is a tax analytics tool which is cloud-based and primarily used by small to medium-sized online retailers. Online retailers. It automates sales tax calculations, reporting, and filings, and is known for its simplicity and ease of use. And the last one here is Tax Pro Max. That is the one used in my country. And from that Tax Pro Max, you can see the feature there. It has feature for you to log in, to register, then validate your tax clearance certificate. And the Tax Pro Max introduced by Federal Inland Revenue Service is an automated tax solution designed to enable seamless registration, filing, payment, and receipt of tax clearance certificate. It serves as a central hub for managing various tax matters. Ladies and gentlemen, it is good at this juncture for me to let you know that each of these tools offers unique features and capabilities, catering to different aspects of tax management, from individual tax filing to complex corporate tax strategies. Their common goal is to simplify the tax process, reduce errors. Take note of that. Reduce errors and ensure compliance with ever-changing tax laws and regulations. In conclusion, the tax analytics plays a vital role in modern business by aiding in compliance, risk management, and strategic planning. It leverages what? Technology to analyze complex tax data, providing valuable insight for informed decision making. In the next class on tax analytics, we'll select the tax analytics tool and practically apply that, demonstrate how do I use it. That's other than maybe the tax promax and the common ones we are used to. Thank you for your attention. It's time. Questions, comments?